All right, I've got something new and interesting to unbox. And remember how I said in the previous unboxing video that Canada Customs opens these very rarely? Yeah, guess what? They did it again. What the hell? Lately they seem to be particularly diligent, if I want to put it very positively. More positively than I feel. Anyway, so this, I do actually remember what it is. It's from Roy in Florida, one of my viewers who's a blacksmith, and who offered to make a custom design for me. Something that I had kind of lying around, so to speak. Occasionally I come up with designs that I think would be interesting, and you know, he asked me if there's anything he'd like me, or I'd like him to make. By the way, I don't know how this happened, if it was because the customs opened it and didn't put it back in properly, but when we got it, about this much blade was sticking out of the package, and I was threatening to poke people. So yeah, that's not ideal, but I said I don't know how that happened. If they opened it, they might not have put it back in properly. Who knows? But either way, fortunately, nobody was injured, at least as far as I know. Okay, so, oh, that looks nice. Oh yeah, that turned out really nicely. Very cool. Okay, so I'll tell you a little bit about it. He named it apparently. It says here, Skallagrim's Grim Grin. That's pretty funny. And that's a nice wide blade, and it's got a bit of a distal taper, it looks like. Oh yeah, that is real nice. So what I had in mind with this is I wanted something with like a yatagan style blade. Some people have asked me about yatagan, if I would review it, and I haven't really found any reproductions of them. Occasionally you find antiques, but reproductions I haven't really seen. Now this is not really a yatagan blade. It's a bit wider and somewhat differently curved, but I do like the recurve overall. I designed it so that the point is almost exactly a straight line to the hilt. So despite the very strong curve, it's still on point the way it is in case of a straight sword. So you can thrust pretty easily with this. But the curve still gives you a good slice. Oh, speaking of sliced, oh, that's a really good edge. I appreciate that a lot. There is no visible secondary bevel. It's all one bevel grind, and that is nice and sharp. Wow. You can immediately tell that this is very, very nice work. So that is highly appreciated. So yeah, as said, this, oh yeah, and also the back edge here is sharpened. So you can do, you know, false edge cuts in various ways. And it's got pretty substantial hand protection. There's a knuckle bow here. That was my phone. And there's also a nail style guard there as well. And the guard sweeps up here to catch blades like that. And yeah, so fairly large guard, but he shaped it very well. This is nice and thin. So, I mean, thick enough to be substantial, but it doesn't add unnecessary weight to it. And in fact, the weight is pretty much perfect from what it feels like. The balance is great. Like this is really well done. This is actually the second version he made. Like the first attempt that he made, he wasn't satisfied with, and so then he made this one, and yeah, this turned out real nice. And we were talking about replaceable handles, and it's got screws here. All right, here we go. There's also a note. Okay. Greetings, Skallagrim. Well, sorry, that car isn't there for the unboxing. It's buried under a mountain of university work, as usual. I can say without a doubt this was one of the most challenging projects I've worked on in years, mostly because it's so very unlike other things I've worked on. Yeah, not surprised. That said, it was very, very fun. Maddening, but fun. I'm glad to know that. Now, the particulars of the sword. The blade is 5160 spring steel from the leaf spring of a 1967 Mustang. To the gearheads out there, I didn't mess up a perfectly good Mustang. Some plonk had tried to lower it by heating and bending the springs well before I got to it. Okay. Guard and pommel are mild steel from, I'm not entirely sure what. It was painted yellow. I don't have a hardness tester, but the blade is definitely very springy. This became apparent when I was straightening a slight warp caused by the quench. I nearly had to bend it double to get the warp out. Wow. Handles are oak, the brown one, cherry, the yellow-orange one, and hickory/white-tail deer antler. That's the one on the sword now. Should the handle become a bit loose, I've included a couple of antler spacers. Sorry the thumb ring didn't work out, but you were correct. It's the sort of thing that needs to be custom fitted, not guessed at. Yeah, so we were talking about that. At first, I also wanted a thumb ring on the other side, but then, eventually I decided against it, mainly because I have one other sword, the Sinclair hilt saber by Nielo Swords, and that one, the ring is completely incorrectly placed and it essentially doesn't do anything. So we wanted to avoid this, having the ring there that doesn't actually do anything if it's in the wrong position, and then for that you need to really know where the hand ends up, all of that. And also at the end I kind of thought you can try to cram too many functions into something, and the thumb ring just, it seemed a bit much. So not a problem at all. By the way, hope the handle sizes are suitable. I made them all a bit different in the hopes that at least one will work out. Roy, thank you very much, Roy. This is really, really awesome. So yeah, oh, these are nice. These are really, really nice. Pretty. There's the spacers. I think the dark wood might actually look quite nice on this. I mean, this looks neat too. They all look nice. Thank you so much, Roy. This is really awesome work. It turned out very well. It turned out better than I was hoping, actually. And I had fairly high hopes because you seem very competent. And yeah, this is great. It's a really, really nice one. Can't wait to try it out for cutting. Yeah, I think this should be quite a practical design. It is a fantasy design. It's based on, like, it's sort of a mishmash of various historical designs. There's a bit of Messer in there, as I said, a bit of yatagan, a little bit of Polish saber. There's, a few things combined into it, and I think it works out quite nicely. So I'll leave a link to Roy's website down below. So if anybody else wants something custom made, I'm pretty sure you can contact him and ask if he's up for it. And yeah, as said, first impression, this is really, really nice work. So I would definitely recommend, if you've got some custom work, to ask him about it. Now, I don't know what this would cost because he generously offered to make this for free, which is really, really awesome. So yeah, I appreciate this a lot, and I hope that you found the unboxing interesting. You can look forward to seeing cutting tests as well when I get around to it. Not sure yet when that might be. I have to get new tatami mats, but we'll see about that. Either way, thanks for watching and have a great one.